Hi, and welcome to the channel. Today we are talking all about the types of people that you need to have in your life in order to make a significant change in your life and to do really big things. You're going to need a really strong circle of influence because your mindset will be key in order for you to be so successful. So I'm going to start this video with a little disclaimer before we even get started. I'm going to identify the types of people that you need so that you can identify where those people are in your life if you already currently have them, or if you don't have them and you're going to need to find them along your journey. Now, does that mean that I'm saying that we're being judgmental to our friends and family that are currently in our circle of influence? No. What I'm saying is that you need to evaluate it, and if you need new friends, you might need new friends. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying anything about the friends you have now or those that are in your circle of influence, but I'm letting you know what you're going to need to be successful moving forward in the future. Now, if you're new to my channel, my name is The Luxury Vagabond, and we're going to get started really quickly and go through a list of 9 people you need to have in your corner in order to do really big things. Now, to make this a little bit easier to understand, I thought it'd be and a little bit easier for you to remember who you need. Let's look at it this way. If we're going on a road trip, I'm thinking of going on this fabulous trip, like super fabulous trip. It's going to require a lot of my time, a lot of my energy, and I need to make sure that I have the right people riding with me. Now, number one, I'm not bringing a busload of folks with me. That's just not going to happen. I'm not driving a bus. Everybody's not going to be able to go. Number two, I'm going to make sure that whoever is going with me, even when I'm discussing the trip, you need the people that are like excited for you to take this trip. And actually, they're like, I want to go with you. I want to go with you. They're not going to discourage you from going because this journey is so important to you. You need those that know how important it is to you and they want to go with you immediately. So as we're getting ready to go on this road trip, we're going to do it as like a road trip, right? And we're going to pack the car with the people that we need, circle of influence. They're going to be there day in, day out on this whole journey. Number one is you need a cheerleader. Now, I know typically it's a person called a cheerleader and you're thinking like, here's a person on the sideline, you're running your race or you're doing whatever and they're cheering you along. Now, in most people's lives, we have someone that is a cheerleader that we automatically say, this person is a cheerleader. They're always encouraging me and they always tell me, hey, I know that you can do these things. Now, I will add a little bit more to what a cheerleader is so you have a better understanding. A cheerleader is not someone that is going to stand on the sideline and cheer you on while you're in the game. So basically, in this case, you need someone that's going to go along with you. So if you're cheerleader, that you're leading, getting ready to go on this fabulous road trip, and the person who is your cheerleader is sitting on the sideline or standing at the house, and you've packed the car to go, and they're not going to go, how long are they going to be able to cheer you on before you get too far away from them for them to be effective? You need a cheerleader who's ready to go the mile with you. They probably are already on their own path. They may have already drove this route before or been on a road trip before. That's your cheerleader. They know a little bit about what's going on. They don't have to know everything that's going on with what's going to happen with this trip, but they are positive they want to go with you and they can encourage you all along the way. They're not going to stay back at home and cheer you from home. Okay? Because what happens is if that cheerleader decides they're not going with you and they're just on the sidelines, eventually that relationship there's going to be distance in that relationship. The further and further you get closer to your goal, well, if they're back at home, you're not going to be able to maintain that relationship. So the next person that you want to bring along your journey on this fabulous road trip to a new and upgraded life is a mentor or advisor, or not. In this case, this person is your GPS. Okay. They are going to tell you which way to go, give you different options, and be there from like the beginning all the way to the end. And they're going to keep steering you back to the direction that you really want to go. So, like I said, this is your personal GPS, and they'll also be your critic to tell you, hey, if you go this particular route, you can take that route, but it's going to take you 25 minutes longer to get something done. So that person can be an actual person if you can find a mentored advisor, like live person. But I know for me, I didn't always have access to a mentor or something like that in my life, like a physical person. So I got on YouTube. I needed financial help. I watched tons of YouTube videos, so I had a mentor to do better with my finances. If you want to work out, those are like whatever you need a mentor for. If you can't find one locally, I say start with YouTube until you can create that real live person to take on that role. So the third person that you need is a positive influencer. What is this person's job on our little road trip that we're taking? They are already committed to this road trip and this new identity that you're going to create. And actually, this person has probably already made some changes themselves, and they've escaped your hometown and they've come back and they're there to lead you so that you can make that same journey of your own. You also will need someone that is extremely driven or ambitious on this road trip to your upgraded life. They're the ones that keep you from stalling. You're packing for the trip. You say, I think I'm ready to take this trip in 2 weeks. They're the people that say, no, you're ready to go this Saturday. They're always pushing the envelope of what you can do and what you accomplish. They actually believe in you more than you believe in yourself at this moment in time. So they are ready to go. They know that you're ready to go, and they push you to get outside your comfort zone. They are the type of person that when you're outlining the trip, you will tell them, well, I think I'm able to drive from, I don't know, Florida to Texas. And they will tell you, you can drive from Florida to California. That's what this person does. Fifth type of person that you need to be successful on your journey to an upgraded life is a person that is a great networker or connector. On our trip, this person functions as the person that can connect anything. They have resources. They're the person that when you make a pit stop, they already have people on the ground. The people at restaurants love them. They can get information from anyone. This person needs to be on your trip the entire time. Again, they are a connector and a networker, and they'll teach you to do the same. Now, if you're new to my channel and you are enjoying this video, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications so that whenever I put up these small little clips and tips for you, you can log on immediately and get what you need for the day. The sixth type of person you need on your journey to upgrade your life is a person who has like the skills, the person that knows a little bit about everything. You want this person in the car, so when you're alone on your journey and, I don't know, the check engine light comes on or something happens with the vehicle along the way, they're a problem solver. They know a little bit about everything. They have skills you don't have, but they're willing to help you and come along the way. And anytime you need something, they got knowledge about it. The seventh type of person you need on your road trip to success is someone that is supportive and will listen. Now, we need people that we can lean on because we're not really sure how the journey is going to go. There may be some things that are difficult. There may be some times where you just need someone to listen, and you need to bring that person along with you or have that person in your circle of influence. Now, I'm going to say this when it comes to having someone who's supportive and will listen. Your circle of influence, your friends, cannot function in this capacity at a high level. It is best for you to get a Judy. And what is a Judy? A Judy. A Judy is a therapist. Your friends are not your therapists. They may be supportive, they may listen, but there's a lot of mental work that you'll need to do on this journey, a lot of things that you will need to shed, and it is not their responsibility or their burden. In order to help you do that, you need to bring in help, and it's best to do that in order to maintain the friendship that you have. That person will continue to be supportive and continue to listen, but you don't want to weigh everything on them because in the end, you have to do the work. And I suggest you get a Judy. Now, the eighth person that you need to bring along with you on the successful journey, success road trip is the creative type. You need someone that will constantly let you think outside the box and not think it's strange or you're doing something different. You need the one that's a problem solver. They will spark your own creativity. And frankly, they're going to make the journey a lot more fun because they're going to interject more things into it and allow you to make the trip your own and add things that you never thought that could be part of the journey. And so that's one of the benefits of having a super creative person along in this ride. And the ninth person that you need in your circle of influence in order to be highly successful and to make this journey to an upgraded life is your responsible and reliable person. So this person is going on the trip with you, but you know who they are. They're the ones that they thought about packing an emergency kit when nobody else did. And when you assign them a task to do something they're supposed to bring or something they're in charge of on the road, they get it done and you don't even have to ask them if it's done. You don't have to worry about this person. They're highly responsible and they're reliable. And you need that for the times that you get tired or if you forget about things. It's like having a backup. And that person is very, very necessary on this trip. Do a quick recap of all the types of people that you need to have in your circle of influence. Number one, you need to have a cheerleader. Remember, I told you they need to be on their own journey and not just standing on the sidelines cheering you on. You're going to need a mentor or advisor. That person can also be very good at being giving you constructive criticism because in all actuality, you know that they really care about you. And so you can understand and take their criticism to heart. Number three, you need someone that's going to be positive to influence you, to keep going on your journey. You also need someone who is driven, very driven, the person that says, you can do more than you think you can do. And I know you can do it. I believe in you more than you believe in yourself right now. You need a person that knows how to network and connect because along the way, you're going to need those resources. They need to also teach you that skill because it's going to be invaluable for you to be successful in life or to upgrade your life. Then you need someone that has a little bit different skill set than you do. Remember, this is the person that if something goes off in the car, they kind of know how to deal with it because they know a little bit about everything and it's a skill you don't have. You need that person in your life as well. You also will need someone who is supportive and will listen. The next thing you need is someone who is a creative thinker. Remember, they're going to add fun and creativity to this journey because that's what they do and that's what they enjoy and that's how they think. Someone that gets you to think outside the box. And the ninth person and the last person you'll need on this trip is, remember, the responsible and reliable individual. You need someone you can count on the entire way, someone that they can assist you and they really have your well-being in their mind and they are there and always can be counted on. Now, I know 9 people. I said we weren't going to bring a busload of people with us, and we're not, because I'm telling you the 9 types of people that you need to bring along on this journey, but 1 or 2 people or 3 can function in different capacities. So the same person who's a creative thinker might also be the one that has skills that you don't have, or the person that's highly responsible is also the one that listens well, those types of things. So don't think that you, in your mind, need to have these types of people individually. What you need to look at is currently who's in my circle, how are they functioning in the relationship that we currently have? And this can be friends or family. How are they going to be helpful for me moving forward? And if they're not going to be fulfilling some of these roles that are going to be so necessary for me, how am I going to manage that? And what does that mean for our relationship? Now, remember, when you're talking about the relationship and bringing somebody along, it's not I've just known this person for a long time and I really love this person and we've been friends for 20 years. That's not how you're deciding who is going with you. Life changes can be not only very stressful for you, but they can require a lot from you, and they can also require a lot of shifting and changing paradigms and getting outside of how people typically think about you. So those long-term relationships can actually bring additional stress when you're trying to move into a new place, somewhere that they have maybe not seen you be in before, and they're not at the mental state where they can believe that you can attain those goals. So that's where these 9 other components come in, is to help you build that support network in order to make sure that you finish your goal. Because in the end, what's really important is that you're going to want to make sure that what you start with, and as you pick up, these types of individuals along the way, it's in order to make sure that you keep going and that you reach your destination. So just a reminder, when you're trying to change your reality, it is very important that you have the right circle of influence. And I hope today's tips will give you something to think about, something to review, and something to aspire to get your crew ready so that you can make the life changes that you want to make. Until next week,